here again, and today I think we've got something that could be classed as special. This is a H&T Vaughan rim cylinder. Little bit of a history lesson from what I've found. This is a number 4 lock, and I believe it was the first pin tumbler lock ever made in the United Kingdom back in 1910. Obviously the pin tumbler lock has been around since then, but this was the first one that was manufactured in the United Kingdom. The company obviously made other locks and so forth. They then sold the company in 1928 to Yale after their managing director passed away. So anything after 1928 would have probably been rebranded as a Yale. So this one could possibly be up to 100 years old, maybe a little bit more, but there's no actual dates or anything stamped on it to say when it was made, but I'm guessing it could be around 100 years old, but must be pre-1928 at least. When I got this fella, it was actually seized up. Had to give it a bit of soak in some WD-40. Here's the original key. You can see it's had plenty of usage. It does work, but it's a little stiff. You got to give it a good turn or a bit of a jiggle. It does. I have picked it. It can take anywhere from a minute to probably about 10 minutes. And it may have security pins, or it could just be very worn and mucky inside. So let's see how we get on. Number 1 always appears to be a gatekeeper of some description. There we go, we've got a little bit of a turn then. I got a little extra turn then when I inserted the pick. So let's see if I can make sure my hands are out of the way. Let's try and just move this down a little bit so we get a bit better of a close-up. Right. Now I'm picking through the camera, so you have to bear with me. The pick never likes to stay in. Let's just get that bit of a restart. Feels like it's got some spools in it or something. Just change to a thinner pick. See if we can get a bit more feedback. Drop back down. Oh, see, sometimes this pick just does not like staying in. Let's try something a bit more rich. There we go. Like I say, it's quite a tricky little lock, that is. Whether or not it's just because it's very worn and probably rusty and horrible inside. So let's have a go at gutting this one. Right, let's just get the camera moved about a bit so we can try and see what we're dealing with. Right. Right. It's been a while since I've gutted a lock, so it could all end up disastrous. Right. I think first thing we'll do, we'll get rid of these little screws just to give us a bit of space. There we go. Right. So we've got let's see how this comes out of here now. So we didn't plan this well, did we? It looks like it just. Let's just get these. They just squeeze together. removed. It's a case of how does that fella come out as well? Ah, there we go. Right. So let's find. Okay. There we go. And again, let's find a follower. That'll fit through. So hopefully. There we go. If possible, it's just a bit gummed up. So this all on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. If this camera will actually stay focused. It's a bit mucky. That seems pretty standard. Right. Let's see what we've got in here. This is where things sprang out. So this was number 1. I'll be surprised if there's any security pins in here. Spring. Well, let's put it this way around here. That'll be a little bit easier. We do have a security pin. We'll have another closer look at those in a sec. That spring's a bit stuck down there. There we go. So let's have a look. So in number 2 we have a, we've got that as a T-pin or a mushroom of some description maybe. Oh, helps if you get it on the camera. Oh, if these are the what it was pinned with, possibly 100 years ago. That's some good going. Oh, they're all the same. There we go. Very nice indeed, really, for a lock. Given its age, unless somebody's repinned this at some point. I'd be surprised if they have, to be honest. There we go. Nothing too exciting in there. I don't think there's any undercuttings or anything. No. Anyway, there we have it. A H&T Vaughan room cylinder. Possibly the one of the oldest ones in the country, knocking about anyway. We didn't have much of a look at the key pins, did we? They were all pretty standard key pins, really. A bit mucky, so I think what I'll be doing is I'll just be cleaning it all up, pop it back together as it came with all its original pins in there. So if anybody has any info on these locks and whether or not anyone can confirm that these are the original pins, that'll be much appreciated. So anyway, there we go. That's the H&T Vaughan number 4, picked and gutted. Got there in the end. I've give a bit of a clean up, so I'm just going to tag this onto the end of the main video. So all I've done is I've just a bit of soap and water and an old toothbrush, just to get the muck off, really. Obviously we didn't get every little bit, but we just wanted to have a look at the wear on this old lock. So you can see, I reckon it's been turned to the right as its main operational direction, just by going off that. And you can see on the inside, so all I did was just a bit of soapy water just to get the grease and main muck out. We don't want to be going OTT on these old locks. To be honest, they look a bit better when they're a bit worn looking. So, and then let's have another look at some of these pins. Oh, you can see I just gave them a little wipe. Nothing too excessive. Really nice little pins, these, considering the age of the lock. I'm betting that these are the original pins, just for the corrosion and that on them. If it has been repinned, it was a very long time ago. But to be honest, it puts quite a lot of newer locks to shame, this old one. Can't really complain. So I'm going to quickly try and reassemble this now, as best we can anyway. So let's see how we get on. Make sure we get these pins in the right way round. Whoops. It's been a while since I've whoops. That's a bit better. Been a while since I've repinned a lock. Let's just hold that there. Oh, get out. It decided it wants to go into another hole. Right. Where's that gone? Get that last one in. I think the follower's a bit small for this lock. There goes my phone jingling with the security camera going off. There, we're getting all these back in the original positions. Fiddly little things, these. Oh, actually it helps if you stick a spring in it. All the original springs. Well, that was that bit done. Let's get this populated now. Let's keep it the same way so we don't get confused. Shall we get the right way around? I'll just get the key. So you can probably see why it was a bit difficult to turn. The key's obviously worn down. You can see, just give them a little press, that they've obviously dropped down. Looks like 1 and 4 are the worst ones, but I don't particularly want to be changing any pins in it. I'll keep it all as original as possible. Right. Let's see if I get this right. I do not want to be cocking it up. I think because that follower too small, it's maybe a little awkward. Just took the key out a sec, make it a little bit easier. does not want to behave. Whoa! And that's what happens. I think we might have to put this in the vise. Let's just move this around a bit. I've just dropped all the key pins. Try this one again. That's obviously not the correct one. Number 2. There we go, got them back in at least. So what happened was the core rolled over. Right. Let's see how we're going to do this now. There we go. We got it in the end. Apart from it. There we go. There we go, still works. Let's get that clip on the back. Again, I didn't even clean this up much, just took a bit of grease off it. And must go that way like that. Needs to go a little further in. There we go. We got that back together now. So there we go. It's a little bit notchy still, but obviously it is a rather old lock. There we go. So final part of the video. So the H&T Vaughan number 4. See the pattern number a bit nicer now. 406864 by the looks of it. So if anyone wants to look that up, whether or not it comes up with an exact date or not, let us know. There we go. Thank you very much.